In this video, I'm going to show you how to add and style text in Adobe Illustrator. We will look at how to choose fonts, create hierarchy with fonts, improve spacing, and how to type on a path. We are going to be recreating this mini poster using the Type tool. So the first words we need to type out is Knox Marathon. So to add text in Adobe Illustrator, you just select the Type tool. It's on the left-hand side of your toolbar. You can also hit the T key on your keyboard and it will activate the Type tool. So just click into your artboard and you will see some type appear. You may get some lorem ipsum here, or you may have to start typing. I'm going to go ahead and type our headline, Knox Marathon. So one of the first decisions you want to make is choosing a font. Let's open our Type panel. So if you don't see it on the right, go up to Window, Type, and choose the Character panel. This first drop down here allows you to change your fonts. So if I click into this, you can see there are tons of fonts in here. And if I just hover over the fonts, with my text selected, it will change the font for me. So for today's tutorial, I'm going to choose a basic sans serif font. A sans serif font is usually really simple. It does not have extra decorative details, and it tends to be cleaner and more modern. Whereas something like a serif font, like this one, has these small decorative strokes at the ends of the letters, and it often feels a little more traditional or formal. You can also type in a font if you know the exact name. So I'm going to choose a basic Helvetica. This next drop down is where you can see the different weights of the font you've selected. This particular font has just a few weights. It has light, regular, bold, and some italics. So I'm going to choose a bold. Some fonts have more weights than others. It just depends on the font. Next, we can adjust our size right here. So you can either click this up and down arrow or type a size in here. We then have some different spacing options. This spacing option is for leading, so that's the space between your lines. And these two are the space between letters. So if I want these letters to be closer together, I can change the kerning and make them closer together. If you don't see all the options I see, you can go up to the hamburger menu and say show options or hide options, and it should show you more things below. These options here allow you to do all caps, small caps, superscript, subscript, strike through, and underline. So if I zoom out and look at our headline here, I notice it is in all caps. So we are going to choose the all caps option in this Type panel. And let's increase the size so it matches this a little bit better. You can use your arrow tool to move this text box around as well. And I'm going to double click into it and hit return, and that will put my text on a separate line. Now I notice the space between my lines of text is a lot more than this mock-up over here. Let's adjust what's called the leading, which is the space between the lines. I'm just going to reduce the leading here. I also have practice files so you can follow along with this lesson. You can find a link to those files in the description below this video. So next we need to add the date. For a piece like this, I like to use the same font throughout the whole design, but just use different sizes and weights to create hierarchy. So you could draw a new text box to create a new font area. I like to hold down Option, click and drag, and that makes a copy of this text box. So I'm going to double click into it, and you can say Command A to select all the text. And I'm now going to type in this next line of text, April 11th, 2027. And if I double click into it, I mentioned we don't need all caps on this. So I'm going to go to my character panel again, turn all caps off. We're going to make this a regular weight in my Helvetica and reduce the size quite a bit. And now I'm just going to tuck this up under that headline. All right, next, let's draw this paragraph of text. So for this, I'm going to go back to my Type tool. And if you click and drag and create a box, Illustrator will automatically add lorem ipsum text into this box. And I'm going to select it all again, Command A, and reduce font size so it matches what's on the left. We have a lot of extra space between these lines of text. That's called leading, and we need to reduce that leading quite a bit. So I'm going to go to my character panel and reduce the leading here. Now in this character panel, you should also see a paragraph tab. This is where you can change the alignment of your text. You have some hyphenation options, and you can also indent from this panel. You can change the size of a text box just by clicking on the box, dragging it like this. And you see if I make the box too small, I get this little red box here. That indicates that some of the text is not showing inside the text box because the box is too small. But you can create a new text box just by clicking that red box and clicking and dragging to create a second box. And it essentially links the two boxes. So if I were to change the size of this one, the text will essentially flow into the second box. Let's delete that for now. I'll just resize my box here. The next spot on this poster is our CTA, which is a call to action. So you notice this text size is similar to this text size. So I'm going to just hold down Option and copy that text from above and type in our CTA. So one thing you'll notice, this is in a black box and the text is white. Let's start by drawing the box that's going to go behind this. I'm going to go to my toolbar, find the rectangle tool, draw a rectangle. And if you need to change the fill of this rectangle, you can go over to the left toolbar and double click into this fill box, and you can change the color here. We're just going to go with all black and click OK. But now I can't see my text. So we need to send this box behind our text. So if I right click this rectangle, go to Arrange, Send to Back, and now let's change our type color. So if I click on my text box, go to your left-hand toolbar and click on the swatch, and let's make this white. And I'm just clicking into this color box and dragging my cursor up to the white area. Click OK. The last step is we need to create this little badge. We're going to use a type tool called Type on a Path to create this. This text is going around a circle. And then we have an icon sitting in the middle of the circle, and it says Knox Marathon with a little dot. So we're going to draw that right up here. I'm going to draw a circle using my shape tool. So go into the shape tool and click ellipse tool. Hold down Shift and draw a circle. We don't want this shape filled with any color, but we can have an outline. So I'm going to go over to my left-hand toolbar to my swatch where I see the black here, and I'm going to click the little arrow to switch this to an outline and a stroke around the circle. So with my Type on a Path tool, I'm simply going to click on the edge of the circle, and it's automatically adding some lorem ipsum text around the circle. So I'm now going to just type Knox Marathon around my box. Some of my text disappeared and I see that little red box appear again. So that's because my font is too large. I'm going to click into it to select it and reduce the size of my font. One thing we need is that little dot. So I'm going to click space at the end and say Option 8 makes that nice little dot at the end. We can also adjust where this type starts. So if I actually wanted Knox to be like right at the top, I can use these little lines here to adjust where the type starts and where it ends. You can also use these little lines to flip the type. So if I actually wanted it on the inside of my box, I could just flip it that way. And the last step here is to grab that little shoe icon. So I'm just going to grab it from the original poster and put it inside. If I wanted to make this smaller, I would just select everything, hold down Shift, grab the edge, and just reduce the size of this whole design a little bit. And obviously you can still make adjustments to this type. You can make the text bold, italic, anything you'd like. And one more quick demonstration on the Type on a Path tool. If I had a squiggly line and I wanted to type on a path on a squiggly line, I could still do that as well. So Type on a Path has lots of cool options. So one mistake I see designers make a lot when it comes to typography is making everything a similar size and weight. But instead, good design has really good hierarchy. And let me just show you an example of bad hierarchy. If I copy and paste this design to the right, and let's just make it all the same size. Obviously, the one on the left has a lot of hierarchy. We have things that feel more important than other things. But on the right, all the text is the exact same size. So the really important thing you want to ask yourself when creating typography is figuring out what should people notice first. And in this case, if it's a poster, you want them to notice the event name first. That's usually the thing that must be the most important, the largest, the biggest thing on the page. So we can create hierarchy by making our headline larger, making it bold. Most font families include multiple weights. And instead of using lots of different fonts, you can often create contrast using different weights and sizes of one font. In this next video, I'm going to show you how to add custom fonts into Adobe Illustrator. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up and leave a comment below, and subscribe to Cry Studio for more design tutorials. Thanks so much.